With over 800,000 sold, the King's Quest series continues to be the best-selling graphic adventure ever sold. Initially available on MS-DOS with other popular formats to follow, King's Quest IV will be the first 3D animated adventure to use Sierra's improved high-resolution graphics system. In addition to its stunning new look, the Perils of Rosella will include over 40 minutes of original music performed by television and film composer William Goldstein. This stereo soundtrack is compatible with various music cards, including the Roland MT32 sound module, the AdLib music synthesizer, and the IBM music feature. With the introduction of King's Quest IV, Sierra plans to continue the King's Quest legacy with one of the most extensive promotional programs ever offered to the trade. First, every authorized Sierra dealer will receive a point-of-purchase display illustrating the Great Master Adventurer Contest. To further direct customers to their local dealer, Sierra is planning full-page color advertisements aimed at major PC publications. Also, a special 32-page color edition of the Sierra newsletter and a bonus Master Adventurer Contest brochure included in every King's Quest IV software package. Contest participants could win a trip to the castles of England, one of 3 Tandy 1000 TX computers, and 2,000 other prizes available in the Great Master Adventurer Contest. Recognizing the outstanding potential of King's Quest IV, Sierra's extensive marketing efforts will ensure great success to those who stock the biggest adventure game ever created.
Whoops. Let's try that again. Hello, hello. Hell's when I turn my microphone on. Alright. Welcome, everyone. Happy Sierra Saturday. And I'm afraid it probably is too late to enter that contest that you saw. Although I'm going to tell you how you would have entered it had you owned King's Quest IV at the time. Hi, hello, YJB2 and Aerox. Bantuni, Turkey, like everyone who's watching. Yeah, so I was going to do Manhunter 2. I decided 2 straight weeks of Manhunter was not something I wanted to put up with. And King's Quest IV came out first anyway, so we'll go ahead and do one of the kind of fun ones before I get back to all that. I'll probably just do Manhunter 2 sort of when it comes up in the release order. But today we are talking about King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella, the 4th game in the King's Quest series, which was a big deal because it used a new engine. This is the first game that used the Sierra Creative Interpreter, the SCI engine, and that it kind of led Sierra into a new, let's call it, transition era between the old AGI adventure games, the ones you've seen me cover up through now, and then their 256 color VGA point and click era where they abandoned the parser. Now, this game came out in the summer of 1988. It came out for the Amiga, Apple II, 2GS, Atari ST, and of course MS-DOS, the preeminent gaming platform of the time. It's subtitled The Perils of Rosella. It is a pun, as is per usual with this series. It is a riff on The Perils of Pauline, which was a 1914 film serial that sort of helped to formulate our idea of what we now call the damsel in distress trope, which, of course, King's Quest IV kind of tries to subvert, since it is not the damsel in peril. It is, in fact, King Graham, our hero King Graham of previous King's Quest games. Now, this game, King's Quest IV, when it came out, like I said, Sierra developed a new engine for it. And with that new engine came higher system requirements. Instead of requiring 256K of RAM, this game required a whopping 512K. And Sierra was so concerned with A, the ability of consumers to comfortably run it, and B, the viability of their new engine as far as development that they hedged, and they developed an AGI version concurrently with the shiny new SCI version. So this is the one Sierra game that that had a concurrent cross-engine like two cross-engine releases. It was released. There were two completely different versions of the game made. Then remakes notwithstanding, and both versions had a form that came with them where you could send your discs in, and they would send you the other version if you bought the wrong version or bought one that you couldn't run, or you just didn't realize there was a difference, and you wanted to trade them in, you could. What they discovered, though, was that most people didn't want the AGI version. They didn't sell very many copies of it, and as a result, now it is something of a Sierra collector's item because it is pretty rare. A lot of people don't even realize there was one. And I happen to have, there's no real difference here in box art, but I do have both versions. This one right here is the SCI version, and then this one is the AGI version. You probably can't see it, but I assure you it says 256K of RAM required, and it has this "Win a Trip to England" sticker, which is that contest you just saw there in the little promo video. And so the Sierra Creative Interpreter, I'll get to that contest in a minute, but I want to tell you about what this kind of meant technologically. The Sierra Creative Interpreter was a huge upgrade from what we had seen before. It had an enhanced resolution. It was 320 by 200 as opposed to AGI's 200 by 160. It's still 16 color EGA graphics, but the SCI engine added dithering support. And if you've been sticking with me with this since the beginning, you saw me play the SCI remake of King's Quest 1, and you saw some of the nice dithering effects and how that looked. That was actually one of the later SCI games and one of the best looking ones. This is the earliest one and not the best looking one, but they did start using some of those dithering effects to create like shadows and just nice, more kind of immersive graphics, if you will, for the time. This game and others after it had a more robust text parser, one that actually popped a box up on your screen that paused the game while you typed so you could take your time, which I'm sure people who couldn't spell, appreciated. And it also added mouse support. Mice were like a pretty new thing. Well, I guess, I don't know if new. They weren't really widely adopted for things like gaming, right? And so this added a cursor to the screen. You could click on it and move your character around. And to be fair, or to be honest, really, it was sort of like half-baked support. It was never something that was really. They never designed around the mouse, and I always just use arrow keys to move my characters around in these games. The mouse support didn't really get good until the point-and-click games, when they really had to get good. But this was the first Sierra game with mouse support. It was also, most importantly, the first Sierra game with sound card support. Sound cards were very new at the time. There's something we take for granted today, but you've heard me. I've had to use those MIDI-patched AGI interpreters for any kind of decent non-3-speaker sound for the games I've covered up till here. But this was the first one that actually had sound card support. The Adlib music synthesizer card and the Roland MT32 MIDI synthesizer Both came out in 1987, and Sierra was a major early supporter of that hardware. King's Quest IV was actually the first computer game to support the ad-lib card. And I don't know, it had to have been among the earliest, if not the first, to support the MT32 as well. But Sierra, they actually, these early SCI games, they had advertisements for the hardware, and you could order both cards directly from them. You had to shell out $195 for the ad-lib card and $550 for the MT32, which was actually like a module that plugged into your computer and it sat on your desk, and it had an LED screen. It'd have like readouts that some of the Sierra games customized the readouts for, like when you would do certain stuff, it would give you funny messages, and so it was like a bold new thing at the time. And yeah, $550. Like, sound cards are definitely a luxury item. I remember like my first IBM PC, it was a Packard Bell 286. It did not have a sound card. I did not have a sound card until 1993, I think, maybe. I didn't have a sound card for a long time because we kept that computer until it was time to upgrade. But yeah, they were definitely sort of a big ticket kind of luxury item. And now we're just like, oh, onboard audio, it's everywhere, and it's not a big deal. Like with anything, it just gets cheaper over time. As does hard drive space, but at the time, King's Quest IV, it's actually a back of the box bullet point. It says over 3.0 megabytes of computer code, the largest computer game ever produced. That was like a bold claim that they could make back in 1988. Over 3 megabytes of code. And now, my PDF of the manual is like 4 times that size. So, not a big deal anymore. Now, King's Quest IV, you'll hear it when we start playing the game, but the music, Sierra really took the music of these games seriously. They were huge champions of this music hardware. Actually, you know what? Before I go on, I should show you. Where is it? It's right here. Yeah, there we go. This is the ad in order form that came with some of these games, showing off, just trying to get consumers to buy some of these cards, right? So you see here the prices, like I said, for the ad-lib and the MT32 over here on the right. You could order them directly from Sierra. And look, you even get a free music demo cassette. Isn't that great? They came with this cool ad-lib coupon. If you were already an ad-lib owner, you could send away and get a $20 rebate for your purchase. And, I'll get to this contest in just a second. But King's Quest IV, its soundtrack, it was composed by William Goldstein, who had at that point been a composer for TV and film for many years. At the time, he was probably best known for the TV show Fame. And Sierra, like I said, they took great pains to produce very high-quality soundtracks in these games, particularly for the Roland MT32, which is considered to be sort of the de facto best sound hardware for these games and a lot of other games of their era. Getting accurate MT32 sound today through emulation is actually it's like a process. So yeah, it's still, for these games, none of them sound better than they do with the MT32 music. King's Quest IV also had an infamous marketing campaign with the tagline, "Can a computer game make you cry?" after the game's intro sequence, which involved King Graham having a heart attack, allegedly moved some viewers to tears when it was previewed at the Consumer Electronics Show that year. And of course, it was also notable for featuring a woman in the lead role. That was certainly the first time a Sierra game had done that. Sadly, they would only do that another handful of times, but it was, even even at that time, people were like, "Oh, you play as a woman? That's unusual." And now the contest. Let's see. So, oh, whoops. I misclicked. But here is some early box art for the game. That was it was a work in progress piece of art that was never actually used for production copies. This appeared in some of the early Sierra catalogs. Which is a shame because I think this piece of art is much cooler than the actual box art. I kind of wish they had used that as an alternate box cover for the AGI version or something, because it's pretty badass. But let's talk about this contest. So this was the Master Adventurer contest. I don't know. Hopefully you can see this here. Let me bump that up a little bit. So you could win a trip to the castles of England, a Tandy 1000 TX computer, or one of 2,000 other great prizes in the Great Master Adventurer contest. Okay, and in order to do that, to enter it, you had to complete the game with a perfect score, write the special code that appears at the end of the game on the card, and then mail it. And that's how you would be entered into this contest. And I have no idea who eventually won. But, yeah, if you've ever played King's Quest IV, and at the end it's like your code is, whatever. That's what that is. So, yeah, they had this whole crazy contest. And I should say... as I think I've talked about this before, but King's Quest sort of had the unfortunate burden of being, well, not unfortunate, but it was Sierra's guinea pig. It was always Sierra's guinea pig for new technology. Anytime there was a new kind of technological advancement, any kind of new interface or version of their scripting engine, King's Quest would always be the standard bearer. Al Lowe, creator of Leisure Suit Larry, one of the things he would say is that he never believed or never trusted anything until Roberta Williams shipped a game with it. Then he knew it worked, right? And so King's Quest IV was the first one to trot out this new engine, and you'll see. I mean, really structurally, it's not really that much more advanced than any of the previous games. I wouldn't even say it's honestly that great. I know a lot of people fondly remember this as like a series high point, but I don't agree. Is okay. It's a really random, like clearly Roberta Williams designed game with some like nonsense puzzles and just things that rely on kind of luck. And it's a big, giant, silly, like fantasy soup of just all kinds of weird elements that don't fit together. But people remember it for like the plot. People be like, "No, is King Graham going to die?" And that's what people remember, and probably some of the sound card stuff, all the technological innovations too. It's also a very cruel game, but even by Sierra standards. So let's see. I should actually just show you the game, probably. Now, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the intro for the AGI version, and then I'm gonna show you the intro again and the full game, the SCI, the full version. So just so you can see the differences right there at the beginning and stuff. Am I going to make you cry? I would never make you cry. So let's see here. We're going to start up the AGI version, of course, with my MIDI patch, as usual. And it wants me to verify my ownership. But guess what? I'm just going to use the debug mode and skip all that. Life hack. Oh, I got to turn the sound on, I'm sorry. So we'll watch this beautiful sound. Here, let's skip to the intro. Alright, here we go. Ignore that H, it just means we're in debug mode. With the return of his long-lost son Alexander and the rescue of his daughter Rosella from the terrible dragon, old King Graham decides it's time to pass on his adventurer's hat. And look, you can even see, like, the characters look a lot better, even here, in this AGI version. He flings the battered hat toward his children while his wife, Queen Valenice, proudly looks on. The hat arches through the air. And suddenly, King Graham experiences a terrible squeezing pain in his chest. So just seconds after the end, help me, he rasps, seconds after the end of King's Quest III, the adventurer's hat lies unclaimed upon the floor forgotten, and King Graham is, like, dying. Right? So, you know, King Graham lies weakly in bed, Father Death hovering near. The grief suddenly overwhelming her, Rosella runs from the room. The Inn of King's Quest III doesn't look so great anymore. Oh, Father, she sobs, you're still young. You should have many years ahead of you. I wish I could help you, Father. He is at least cured of his jaundice. Do you really mean that? A soft voice asks. Rosella looks up but sees no one. Who's speaking to me? I don't know, maybe the magic mirror that's always been there all your life? I am, the voice says. Look in the magic mirror. Rosella sees an image in the mirror. Who are you? She queries. I am the fairy Genesta. In my land of Tamir, there's a remarkable tree. This tiny tree needs 100 years to bear a single fruit. But this is no ordinary fruit, for if a person were to eat it, one would find that good health and well-being would be theirs for many years. And I just went live a few minutes ago. Beaver. Rosella is much heartened by this news. Where's the land of Tamir? Genesta smiles. Tamir is very far away, but with my magic I can bring you here. Rosella senses that there is more to the story, but I suppose there are some problems. And there we go. Again, Genesta smiles. Yes, you're correct, Rosella. If you are willing to come to Tamir, I will explain the situation. However, once I bring you here, I can't send you back. You will have to help me first. Confused, Rosella says, I don't know. What if I can't help you or find the tree? Genesta pleads, you must decide now, Rosella. My powers are growing weaker by the minute. Look, she's like, you're breaking up. You gotta... Now the fairy is but a faint glimmer and her voice barely audible. If you care for your father, say yes now. And suddenly she's gone. Yes. And that was the first email scam that someone fell for. Oh, good. She's got some sidekicks there. The lovely fairy speaks. I am the fairy Genesta. Welcome to Tamir. Rosella looks awestruck at the fairy. She is stunningly beautiful, but still there is a certain sadness to her. Finally, Rosella speaks. I know you would like me to help you in some way, but I don't know how I could help a fairy. Genesta looks sadder than ever. You're wrong, Rosella. You see I'm losing my magical powers. Yesterday, as I was strolling through the woods, Lolate, the evil fairy, caught me unawares and stole my magic talisman. Her eyes look like they're gonna bug out of her head. The fairy sighed. She yanked it from my neck and raced away, screeching with laughter. Immediately, I felt my powers diminishing and my body weakening. I will die in 24 hours if my talisman is not returned. Sounds like a job for Jack Bauer. Oh, look at that tear. Oh, the video game made her cry. Intently, Genesta looks at Rosella. Lolate is very evil and will use the talisman to bring more evil to Tamir. Now I fear it will contaminate my whole country. This is just the intro, Beaver. Further, I cannot send you home without my talisman. Rosella is unsure as to what she can do. Meekly, she asks, I want to help you. But how? She's like, God damn it, I told you, get my talisman. You can do more than you think, Rosella, Janessa assures her. I believe you will be able to penetrate Lolate's domain. It's time to penetrate Lolate's domain, yeah. Suddenly, Rosella remembers the tiny tree. Can you tell me where to find the magic fruit? The entire reason I came here? I don't know why I forgot it. Remorsefully, Janessa looks at Rosella. It will not be easy to reach the tree. It grows on a tiny island within a vast swamp on the other side of the Great Mountains. Bravely fighting back tears, Rosella says, I will help you in any way I can, Janessa. How can I find Lolate? The beautiful fairy points eastward. Lolate's castle overlooks Tamir from the Great Mountains. Janessa looks weaker. She says, there is not much more I can do, Rosella. As it is, it will be difficult for me to fly home again. She's really laying it on thick, huh? One thing I must do for you, though, is I shall disguise you as a peasant girl so as not to attract attention. Here. Thank you, Janessa, I think, Rosella stammers, for the eyeglasses and paint-covered overalls. It will be better for you, the fairy says. Well, I must be off while I can still fly. I know you can do it. Goodbye. Good luck. Yeah, seriously, she's like, now you look poor, Rosella. Well, you're on your own, Rosella. Thanks. Thanks a lot. So, that's the intro to the AGI version. Okay. And I wanna go through the SCI version and show you that. I'm not gonna read it to you again, but I want you to watch the just the difference, you know, and the different music and all that. So it is quite striking. Here. And also, this intro, it's very, like, cinematic, right? As far as, what's come before in Sierra games. You know, they really did go all out with this intro. Here, let's see if we can skip this part. Okay, there we go. So you can already see how much better this looks compared to the other version. Graham, once again, no more jaundice. He's been cured. Nobody bothers to question this dude, this like necromancer who just showed up and suddenly he's like, I'm your son, right before he has a heart attack. Like, that would be questionable to me. Oh, looks like you're dying just as the succession is, it becomes a question, huh? Wow, good thing I'm here. I just showed up, luckily. After I incinerated a dragon with dark magic. And turned my a wizard into a cat. You know, you can trust me. I can totally color coordinate my wardrobe too. I don't look at all weird. So yeah, this is look at he's like all trying to. I'm so sad. This is, yeah, the first Roll MT32 soundtrack for a Sierra game. Although it is not the major showpiece soundtrack. We wouldn't get to that till... Space Quest 3 is the one that everybody always points to be like, this is what the Roland MT-32 can do. So yeah, this is skip. No, we gotta see. You know what? I'll skip it after. I want to show you how you know, once they get to the close up of Rosella and Genesta, we'll skip to the beach. I just want to give you a little comparison here. Well, I gotta set up my windows here, so I got everything I need. Let's see. Am I forgetting to talk about anything while we're here? There's some Easter eggs I gotta show you in the AGI version. Don't forget to remind me, or I'll probably forget. Now, you'll notice, I mean, especially when we get to Lolate, that Genesta and Lolate are both, they're like basically Glinda the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch of the West with the serial numbers filed off. And there's like kind of a little bit of Maleficent to Lolate as well. But she's got like flying monkeys and everything, so... Look at her, she's like, you have to do a bunch of crap for me, and then, you know, you're on your own with that fruit, but... Yeah, whatever. I'm kind of not sure. I know people, again, the whole kind of commuter can make you cry thing, but I'm really not sure why people regard this one so highly. I get King's Quest 6, because that game's really good, but this one, it feels weird to me that people are like, that was one of the best ones. Like, it's okay. It's just merely okay. Okay, so here we are. She's like, I'm dying. Have some peasant clothes, you know, and hopefully I don't die in 24 hours. So here. So. Oh, and because I know somebody's inevitably going to ask the police quest question, it doesn't, if you type undress, it says not in front of the game players. So, they did think of that, but unfortunately, or I guess probably fortunately, they didn't go the same way they did with Police Quest. Okay, so here we are. You know, we look around. A cold river carves its way through the lush, flowery meadow. And you saw there's like a little speed menu here where you can adjust the walking speed. She still walks really friggin' slow. So there's a unicorn. And that he comes back later. We have to capture him. You saw her riding the unicorn in the intro, on the box art rather. It's right there. That exact scene on the box art never quite happens, but you do catch the unicorn later. So here, does anybody see what we need to do here? A gentle stream meanders its way through the trees. A rustic stone bridge crosses its path. Oh yeah, okay. What is that under the bridge? Oh, you kneel down and peer under the bridge. Aha, you've had a small golden ball. You pick it up and carry it with you. Look at that. It intuits what I wanted. That's great. That's alright. So. Now we will go over here. Where am I? There we go. Numerous water lilies float serenely upon the lovely little pond nestled in these woods atop one of the bigger lily pads. You notice a rather large frog wearing a little gold crown. Now, what do we do with the frog? Well, I'm a princess. It's a frog. I'm gonna go kiss the frog, right? But I can't because I scared him away. I can't approach him. But I'm supposed to know that, well, actually, let's look at the ball. Look at this. We have a much better inventory system. It just popped up on the screen here. So there's the gold ball. What happens if we look at the gold ball? Oh, we just get the picture. Okay. But I'm supposed to know that we throw the gold ball. Actually, no. Drop the ball. You accidentally drop the golden ball into the pond. From atop a lily pad, a large green frog leaps into the water and disappears from view. A moment later, the frog emerges with, "Yes!" your lost ball in its mouth. It seems as if the frog is kindly returning your gold ball to you. Oh, what a nice frog. So he goes and he gives me my ball. And we're supposed to know we kissed the frog. Get the frog? Oh my god. Squinching up your nose in disgust, you catch the large frog and hold it in your hand. It stares at you with its big, bulgy eyes and wobbles its throat. This is like weirdly, I don't know. This is like Leisure Suit Larry, man. Alright, we kiss the frog. You look at the frog's green lips. Good. You feel silly doing this as you slowly put your mouth against the frog's. Suddenly, the little green frog changes into a handsome prince. "Who are you?" the prince demands. "I thought you were supposed to be a princess." "Why, you're nothing more than a peasant girl." You blanch a bit at the remark, but say nothing. "Well, ta-ta," he says. "I'm off. Here, you may keep this." To your surprise, he tosses the little golden crown to you as he takes his leave. Good riddance, you think. Well, cool. Now I got his cool crown. Alright. I'm gonna get that ball back. Alright, cool. And now, let's see here. Here's the spooky graveyard. We'll be coming back here later. Oh, and there's also a day-night cycle in this game. It's pretty basic. Nothing advanced at all. But, it's cool if they have that. Different things happen at night. Yeah. And, let's see. As is the norm with Sierra games, I'm just going to barge into people's homes, you know, unannounced. Let's see. This is the main room of the Seven Dwarfs Cozy Treehouse. I don't know how she knows that, but, it's what it is. What a mess it is. So, of course, we clean. You have a woman protagonist in your game, and what do? You immediately make her freaking clean a house. Okay. Great. Hashtag me too. I mean, she is a very efficient cleaner, if this is to be believed. That, you know. But, it's kind of a weird design choice there, Roberta Williams. Not something I would have expected. Very thorough. Hi, AR Dust. Happy Sierra Saturday. Heck yeah. Whew. You hear the dwarfs approaching. And they're all getting soup. They're all taking a seat. They just walk in and they're like... They're not even like... What the hell? Who are you and why are you in our home? Why are you in here? So, and yeah, she's royalty, right? How does she know anything about cleaning? I don't know. I mean, as of the end of King's Quest III, Daventry was all wrecked and dilapidated and everything, so maybe they just had to take a DIY approach in the royal castle? I don't know. But now we have to watch the longest and most boring cutscene. The most boring, unskippable cutscene. Yeah, we got the Seven Dwarves. We've got Grumpy. ranty, angry, deafy, racisty. All the dwarves, all the classics. Soupy. Yeah. Alright, 7 dwarfs seem very pleased that you tidied their messy home. One politely asks you your name. You tell him, and he cordially invites you to sit down with him and eat the bowl of soup he got for you. What a kind... Oh, she's gonna do it herself. Okay. You seat yourself at the table and begin to eat the surprisingly delicious soup. How nice. You politely talk to the dwarf nearest you. Where are you from, Rosella? He asks. You tell him, Daventry. The dwarf thinks for a moment. Never heard of it. Again, you engage in conversation. Is Daventry far from Tamir? The dwarfs wonder. Very far, you tell them. How did you get here, they ask. As you don't want to get into specifics, you tell them, by the sea. The answer seems to satisfy them as they return to their eating. You speak to the nearest dwarf again. He wonders why you are here in Tamir. You explain that you are in the service of Genesta, the good fairy, who wishes to regain her magic talisman from the clutches of Lolate, the bad fairy. I like that they even put it in those terms. Oh, the bad, capitalized B, bad fairy. Well, young lady, the dwarf states, I don't envy you. You're much braver than I am dealing with that evil fairy. And you attempt conversation another time, but the dwarves tell you they must hurry and finish their soup as they need to get back to work before dark. And then you have to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until the dwarves finish their stupid soup. Gameplay. And in an odd turn of events, this is the Rare Sierra game that will punish me if I am being an indiscriminate thief in a moment here. So, my father had a heart attack in the game. Here, not in real life. A magical fairy who's dying of fairy curse spirited me away to this magical land where I have proceeded to clean the house of the 7 dwarves. That's the plot so far. Thus far, that's where we're at. You finished your soup. It was the best soup you've ever tasted. Maybe though you were just really hungry. Okay. Great. Okay. Now, we want to, of course, clean the room. You didn't think we were done with that, did you? Hope that's the last of it. Well, guess what it is. So now we get this pouch. And now let's look at it. Diamond pouch. There's a bunch of diamonds in it. Now, conventional Sierra logic tells you, oh, I should keep that because that's how things work in these games. But if you try to do that and you don't follow up on those dwarves, you miss a crucial item. And there are no hunger mechanics in this game. No, that's just Black Cauldron. Although you can eat the magic fruit once you get it, and then at the end of the game, everybody's like, "Oh, it looks like you screwed up. Graham's dead now. You forgot one thing, the thing you came here for." If you either forget the fruit or eat it like a moron. So we've got this pouch, and now gonna head out here. Oh, can I not? There we go. Yeah. I probably ought to save my game since I'm starting to enter dangerous territory here. Whoops. Ooh, I don't want to go there yet. Whoops. Turn my numlock key off. And look at that. We go into this dwarf mine. Whoops. There we go. And here we go. The dwarves are mining. Hi-ho. And I fall down like an idiot. because it's the fastest way down. Go over here. Set your watch for the wizard to turn, yeah. I believe in the AGI version you actually do have to worry about time, because I believe day turns to night in like real time. Like you have like 2 hours or whatever it is, and if you haven't done everything you need to do before night falls, you are stuck. So now we want to give the pouch to this guy. Being an honest person, first in a Sierra game, you offer the forgotten pouch of diamonds to the dwarf. His gruff exterior softens a bit. Now you can keep it, he says. We got plenty here. We also got an extra lantern we ain't using. Here, go ahead and take it. The dwarf's gruffness returns as he says, now skedaddle on out of here. So now I have a lantern and some diamonds. And you really, really need that lantern, or else you can't... I believe you can't finish the game without it. Move over, racisty. You're my least favorite dwarf. Alright, let's see. And now I just have to try to get back up here to the door without falling again. Oh, great. There we go. Can I leave? Thank ya. I will try not to fall off the cliff. Oh, that's okay. So, let's see. Oh, look, it is there. So there's a bird over there. There's a bird. You're roaming through a dense forest. Let's look at the bird. A pretty robin pulls hungrily at a long earthworm. Want to get that worm. And this is one of those things where, like I said, it's random. Where you might walk onto the screen and you won't see that. There won't be a bird tugging at a worm. And you just won't know that is a thing that could happen. And there are lots of places in this game where you have to interact with an NPC that may appear on a specific screen. And they might be there, they might not. But you have really no way of knowing that. So you do a lot of wandering around. So look, there's oh yeah, that's some great artwork there. That's a worm right there. And now, let's see. We'll go up here. Go up here. Miraculously, she doesn't get carried away by the river. And yeah, this is a big leap in animation over the first 3 King's quests. Yeah, for sure. And this, is a spooky old house. It looks as if no one has lived here for many years. Flanking the old house on both sides is a run-down cemetery. A thick forest looms all around. And this is going to be the source of a major, major puzzle later in the game. This house. So, and you would think this would be the kind of place that's like, uh-oh, it's a danger house and I'm going to die. Death waits around any corner in this house. But it doesn't. This is a pretty safe. Here, let's look around. This is the entry room of the old house. Downstairs you see 2 open doorways, and upstairs you see an additional 2 doorways. The room is cobwebbed and dusty with wallpaper peeling from the walls. And in here, considering the disarray of the rest of the house, the parlor looks in relatively good order. However, the fireplace is cold and unused. The bookshelves are almost bare, and the old furnishings are dusty. What is her eye? Do her eyes not follow me? No. Let's see. You examine the few remaining books on the bookshelves. Only one catches your attention. It is entitled "The Complete Works of William Shakespeare." So you want to remove the Shakespeare book from the shelf and carry it with you. All right. Now, also, you can look at the clock. An old grandfather clock sits in the corner. With each swing of his pendulum, time relentlessly marches on. Is there not a way to do that? No. I believe the AGI version will tell you the time. Because it actually does run on a clock. This just moves to night when you have completed all your daytime tasks, more or less. Let's see, and now we'll go out this way. Hugo's House of Horrors. Man, I haven't thought about that game in a long time. So here, the scent of wildflowers fills the air in the lovely green meadow. Okay. So here's an example, right? There's an NPC that appears on this screen. And maybe I'll get lucky and he'll just be there. Nope. Nope. There he is. But you've got to talk to him, right? You see a rather jaunty-looking fellow who appears to be a wandering minstrel. He seems to be a lute player. You say hello to the minstrel, who looks at you in surprise. Well, well, who do we have here? He asks. You introduce yourself as Rosella. Hello, Rosella, the minstrel says. Let me play for you one of my favorite tunes. And he begins to play an old ballad. Unfortunately, it appears that his musical skills are quite limited, as he plunks and pings his way through an otherwise beautiful song. You unthinkingly speak to the minstrel again, who immediately begins playing another bad rendition of a favorite oldie but goodie. And I think that just... Oh, the minstrel seems quite pleased that you appreciate his music so much. He obviously loves the attention, and he goes into an out-of-tune version of Greensleeves. Oh, and it actually does play it. Nice, alright. You can't get enough, can you, Rosella? This guy obviously loves an audience as he takes you through another popular ballad. Thanks for the follow, Sam Shamu. So I don't know... How do I know... What do you think you do? Everybody here, you tell me what you think you do. The minstrel's not going to give you his sole means of livelihood. See, you're supposed to know that you give him the book that you just took. Kiss him. Yeah, this could get you in more trouble than it's worth. Oh, geez. No, you're supposed to know that you give him the book. You hand the Shakespeare book to the minstrel. Curiously, he opens it and begins to read aloud, first hesitantly, then with increased forcefulness as he begins to get into it. Suddenly, he stops and looks at you. This is wonderful, he exclaims. This gives me a new lease on life. No longer am I a mere minstrel. Now I will become a famous actor. To be or not to be. How's that? He then gives you his lute, bids you farewell, and wanders off to stardom. I am not sure how you're supposed to know to do that. He doesn't give you any hints that he would like a book or that he is inclined toward acting or poetry or literacy. I don't know. But now, I have a cool lute. Oh, that I can't play right now. That's lame. So yeah, Shakespeare does exist in the King's Quest world. Yep, it is. It's all connected. It's like poetry. It rhymes. So now. Now we're going to go over here to the pure. Save my game just for good measure. Thanks for the follow, Friar78. What up? You're standing at the end of an old weathered pier. From here to the west, you can see nothing but ocean. You say a few words to the old fisherman. However, he must have other things on his mind, as he seems to ignore you. supposed to wait? Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm supposed to wait for him. I follow him. Doot, 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 doot. And then he goes into his house. Oh, and he just slams the door on me. Thanks, dude. I love going into random people's houses. You talk to the grizzled fisherman as he sits at the table. Sighing, he tells you, them fish ain't been biting lately. If things don't get better soon, I don't know what to do. Well, what do I do here? You say hello to the poor woman with little patience. She responds, what are you doing in here, young lady? Can't you see I'm busy? We have enough problems without worrying about you. Oh, well, gee. I'm sorry. How can you do that, Rosella? How can you help man? You can give him the diamonds. You offer the pouch of diamonds to the fisherman, who gladly takes it. Who takes it gladly. Sorry. Wife! Wife! Give the girl my fishing pole in trade, he tells his tired wife. Obediently, she retrieves the pole and hands it to you. Thank you very much, she says, smiling. You've certainly helped us. Well, great. So now you get the fishing pole. And guess what I got? I got a worm. So now, here I'm going to save because it's actually really easy to fall in the water here. Ah! Scrunching up your delicate nose, you gingerly bait the hook of the fishing pole with the large earthworm. Eagerly from the end of the pier, you fling the baited line of the fishing pole into the ocean. Almost immediately, you feel a sharp tug on the line. Something pulls and fights your line as you slowly reel it in. There it is. You've caught yourself a fine fat fish. Oh, whoops. All right, we got the fish, and now we'll just go this way. Yeah, she's like, I can clean, but these creatures. So now we go over here. Oh, look, Pan is there. You see a lively creature who is, at the same time, both man and goat. He is a satyr, and his name is Pan. He seems to be greatly enjoying his flute music. I would really be in trouble if I kiss him. He's too strange to kiss. He's a satyr. He would be like, yeah. And now, you're supposed to know to play the lute. For some reason, that's the solution. And he, again, will randomly be there or not. Piano ceases his dancing and now looks at you and the lute curiously. Oh, Pan won't give it to you. Okay, Pan gratefully accepts your gift of the lute and returning gives you his flute. Happy now, he dances away with it. So we've just, like, altered mythology right there. It's Pan and his lute. Yep. Thank you for the cheer, Sam Shamu. Oh, all right. And look at this. The beautiful pool with its elegant marble columns has a wonderful setting in these woods. The water looks so cool and inviting, you're almost tempted to jump in. Well, actually, I'm tempted to go off the screen and come back on because I need to find another random character. There he is. It's Cupid. And he's splashing around, happily splashing and frolicking in the clear water of the pool. Uh-oh, you've startled Cupid. Yeah, get out of here, you flying baby. Oh, god damn it. Get the bow. Get the bow. Alright, cool. Did I get the arrows also? Oh, I already have them. Okay, cool. Cupid's bow. Look at that. What are the chances we're going to use this for murdering? What do you think? And now... Let's see. Go up here. My friend the unicorn isn't here. Where's he at? Yeah, and who does clean and maintain that pool? I don't know. So you can see how this would be annoying, right? Doot 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 doot. Maybe he'll appear if I come from this way. Oh my god, seriously, what? Why? Okay, well, why don't I come back to him? Go over here. Oh, these games were absolutely made to make money off hint lines. Yes, they were. Sierra would have been offering hint books around this time, so... Alright, here we are. I want you folks, to guess what we do here. What is the solution to this puzzle, and what are we even doing? You see a beautiful waterfall cascading down the fountain into a deep blue pool. From the pool, a river courses westward. Around you, a dense forest closes in. This is a magnificent waterfall. It tumbles into a deep pool, which then flows westward as a rushing river. Kiss waterfall? No, why would you want to kiss a thing like that? Nope. Nope, nope. The force of the water pushes you back. Well, what do we do? Well, guess what? Yeah. Play the flute? No, that wouldn't be a good idea. What if we wear the crown? We wear the crown. You're supposed to know you wear the crown, and it turns you into a frog. And then you can go through the waterfall. Look at that. It sure feels good to be yourself again. Yeah. There is a secret cave here behind the waterfall. Indeed, yes, but you're supposed to know that you use the crown that you got from the Frog Prince, and that will turn you, Rosella, into a frog. Now, let's see. What's this? Why it's a cave behind the waterfall. You see an old board lying by the cave entrance. We want to get the board. Alright. And now I'm going to make a save here, and I'm going to make another save right here. Okay, here we go. This part sucks. Using a flint attached to the oil lantern you light, the lantern burns with a bright glow. Okay. Oh geez. It's an evil troll. Oh, is he gonna kill me? Oh no, you've been caught by the vicious troll. Fate be what it may, you were dragged out to meet it. Oh, I died. And here is Roberta Williams herself telling me that I screwed up. This was a, for whatever reason, a common I don't know, house style, I guess, for death messages at the time. Police Quest 2 also had the creator there being like, you screwed up. And Leisure Suit Larry 2 always had like Larry's face, so it was a very consistent death image. That was before they got to the wackier death messages. Okay. So we want to not die. Oh no. Ah. Okay. No. Okay. Yes, hell yes. 4% Pantomime King's Quest 4. Let's see. Caves are very dark. Try to zoom out. You cannot peer through the darkness. You know what? You're supposed to know. You see a pile of bones by the cave entrance. Oh, God damn it. Please don't. Please don't attack me again, troll. I was through it. So let's see. Now I need to... Wait. Now I need to go south. I need to go down this way. Okay, now I need to go east. Wait. No, yeah. I go east. I think east is the way I'm supposed to go. Ugh, kill me. No, don't do that. No killing me. I mean that figuratively. Ah! Ah! Ugh. Try that again. Okay, I believe the troll shows up. That'll just trigger, like, right here, right? So if it doesn't trigger, I'm safe. Okay. So now, going east again. Okay. And now we think we're safe, right? We're like, oh, look, a door. That will, that's easy, right? But if we just walk, oh, good, oh, great. We'll fall into a pit and die. Oh, a chasm, yep. Womp womp. So yeah, that's bad. Okay, so you're supposed to know there is a problem there. Feeling in the dark, you managed to place the board across the crevice. Now, can you cross it safely? Well, I hope so. Feeling in the dark again, you managed to pick up the board without dropping it into the crevice. Whew. And now we go up here. And... oh, do I have to actually tell her? Crawl through a hole? Yes. Okay. Okay, crawl. Oh my god. Oh, and then she does it automatically. Okay. From here, a huge muddy swamp spreads eastward. Large moss-covered swamp trees tower overhead, while grass tufts and reedy plants poke up from the mire. You can hear the many chirpings and croakings of unseen swamp creatures. And I have not played your King's Quest VI yet, no. I'm doing this in more or less in release order. So I'm just now getting to the SCI stuff. So King's Quest VI won't be but for a while. So now you're supposed to be like, oh, well, did I save? Yeah, well, save right there. You're supposed to be like, oh, how do I? Oh, no, what did you do, Rosella? Don't you know that some swamps are quagmires that will suck you under as you take your last breath? You contemplate this final information. So that's not what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to jump. And then you're supposed to do it like 400 more times. Oh. You see a small island in the middle of the huge swamp. Upon this island grows a scrawny little tree. A large glistening fruit hangs from a small branch. Unfortunately, a huge cobra protects it. Oops. And if you try to jump, that doesn't work. You try to put that, you have to put that board down again. And, you know, of course, if you just try to walk over, oh, well. If you just try to go that way, you'll sink in the swamp. But if you just go over here without doing anything, oh, he got you. You die a painful death of snake poisoning. And I gotta point out, snake poisoning, it's not accurate. It would be snake venom. Snakes are not poisonous. There's only one species of poisonous snake in the world. Snakes are venomous. Venom is injected. Poison is ingested. King's Quest, you'll find out, has some issues identifying poisonous snakes. So you play the flute. So now that snake's like, oh my god, what is that? Jesus Christ, it's a flute. Alright, nervously you play the flute to you raise the flute to your mouth and begin to play a melodic tune to the big cobra, who begins to sway with the music. Soon the snake is mesmerized by it and falls into an hypnotic trance. So, we now get the fruit. So we got the fruit. And it's all celebratory, like, yeah, you did it. Well, we'll and you can, and then you, here, oops, did I just save? Hold on, let me make sure. We can eat the fruit. Oh, you take a bite of the delicious looking fruit. Delicious. Before you know it, you have eaten the whole thing. Wow, a feeling of vigor and vitality courses through your body, giving you boundless energy and that wonderful glow of good health. And you lose points. And then if you do that, or if you just forget the fruit at the end, Janessa will be like, oh, I guess, oh, damn it. I guess you screwed up. Ah, damn it. Here, hold on. I need to, like, cleanly get on the board. There we go. Okay. There we go. And we go back the way we came. And, so you can eat as much venom as you want. I'm assuming that would be like a problem. I would think. All right, let's see. Okay. I'm assuming that wouldn't necessarily go well for you. If you try to eat a bunch of venom. Feeling in the dark, you managed to place the board across the crevice. Now can you cross it safely? Feeling in the dark. Can you manage to pick up the board without dropping it into the crevice. Okay. Cool. And what I went south, east, and east. So I need to go west, and whoops, and north, right? Oh. Okay. Yay, I'm through that part. That's really annoying. We turn the lantern off, you extinguish the other lantern, and then we will just go this way and get thrown out to the other side of the waterfall. And now we have the fruit, which means I can get to the business of figuring out what the hell Genesta wants. So, that involves going up here and... Oh, Lolate's goons come to capture you. And... yeah. They take you to her castle, and then she's like, you have to do a bunch of stuff for me. Well, my pets, Lolate hisses, what have you drug home today? Lolate gives you the once-over as she does, and as she does, her red eyes begin to narrow. Are you a foolish girl who wandered here by mistake, or are you a spy sent here by my enemy, Genesta? Why not both? You swear to Lolate that you are nothing but a poor peasant girl who has lost her way, but she doesn't seem to believe you as her mouth begins to snarl and her eyes narrow to mere slits. For the first time, you experience real fear and begin to tremble. Oh dear. Lolate snarls, you don't look stupid enough to have wandered here. I believe you're a spy. No, I really am that stupid, ma'am. Take her to the cell. So now they're going to throw me in here. Great. And in the AGI version, there's a funny Easter egg in here. You found yourself in a horrible cell. It looks as if others found their way here too. Hopefully you won't end up like them. At least two unfortunate individuals have met their end here. Oh, look. Is this like a rack? An ominous machine lurks in the corner of the cell. As you suppose, you don't want to know. Oh. Of course, I cannot get out of here. You hear the henchman returning. Perhaps they're setting you free. The henchman motioned you to follow him out of the cell. Great, okay. Here we are again, alright. Lolate gives you a sickly sweet look. You're lucky, my dear, she coos. My precious son Edgar, the incel next to me, has taken a liking to you, and he believes you. He's convinced me to give you a chance to prove your innocence. You glance at the homely young man standing next to Lolate. He blushes and then grabs for a fedora. Lolate continues, I wish to own the unicorn that inhabits the meadowland. Bring me the unicorn, and I shall not only set you free, but reward you as well. To her henchman, Lolate orders, go, take her back to the forest. Alright. Great. Well, that worked out. Alright, now want to go over this away. Unicorn's still not there. Am I like on the right screen there? I swear it. Oh, okay, well he'll come back. Oh. Down here, I think. Maybe one more. There we go. All right. Thank you very much for the sub, AR Dust. That's a bunch of months in a row. You're awesome. All right, and now I'm going to just make a save right here. And we are going to... Oh, jeez. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to go that way. Ah! Dun 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 dun. All right, look at that. There we go. I'm on an island. You stare out at the ocean and the white sand beach of the secluded island. From the middle of the island, a majestic ivory palace towers, surrounded by a lovely manicured garden. Oh, look at that. A majestic peacock with a beautiful tail struts by. Oh. And they would later reuse that in Leisure Suit Larry 2. Hey, wait. There's a feather I need to get. Where you go? Come back over here. Give me that. You might find one laying here somewhere. Isn't there, Yeah, Land Shark, you know exactly the scene that I mean. Is this right? There's like a feather somewhere, right? Doesn't he drop one? Am I crazy? Alright, you don't see a feather here. Is it this scene? No? Because I need a feather. Does this guy, do I keep following him around until he drops one? I don't even remember. You stupid bird. Oh, I guess I can't. Oh, that's actually a funny time to hit the caps lock. All right. By accident. Let me just grab one. Let me get your feather. You stupid bird. Is it over here? Where is it? Aha, okay, there we go. I thought it was on that first screen. There we go, I found it. What a great puzzle that was. So you have to swim over here. You have to, first of all, know that you can swim over here. Any kind of normal Sierra logic would say, that's the ocean, that's the border of the world. If I swim out there, I will die. Which is reinforced when sharks try to kill you. Okay, and now I have to swim until I see like a whale, right? Let's see. I think it's another one of those things that randomly shows up. Oh my god, and now I'm getting tired. Oh, it's okay, the shark killed me. You make a tasty morsel for that hungry shark, okay. So, yeah, you find a whale here. And, and you find sharks there that want to murder you. Hey. So there's a whale that shows up, and you want it to swallow you, which is kind of why you have the feather. It's like a Pinocchio thing, right? Oh my god, why am I getting so tired? Here, I'll get out here, and now I'm rested. So hopefully you see what I mean when I criticize this game for, like, being really random. In terms of, like, things just show up, right? And, sometimes they don't, and you won't know. Like, if a normal person wouldn't even kind of know that whale was going to be here, right? So horrors, you've been swallowed by a huge whale. Okay. Phew, this place stinks. And there's actually a time limit, I believe, on this until you die in here. So, swallowed by a huge whale. This place stinks. Okay. You notice a bottle floating in the seawater of the whale's stomach. Have some funny messages. Glass bottle. You open the glass bottle to retrieve the imprisoned note. Drug dealers are terrorizing the city of Lytton. I need a partner to help put away those bad guys. And police quest. Help! The girls in Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the landholders are mighty uncooperative. Give me some help here, guys. Help me! I'm lost at sea in King's Quest 3. I'm with a bunch of nasty pirates who want to feed me to the sharks. If you can, come quick. I'm a little kid, and my name's Tommy. I'm having trouble with Old King Cole and Humpty Dumpty and Mixed Up Mother Goose. Come and help me! Anybody out there? I had a condor drop this bottle in the nearest ocean to beg for help with King's Quest 1. Help me fight this fire-breathing dragon. How are you asking for help with that when you can just, like, get a bucket of water in the previous screen? You should be helping with that goddamn gnome's name, you moron. So here, yeah, it's just like a bunch of funny messages. There's got to be one for King's Quest 2 as well, right? Oh, Sledge Bullhole is holding me prisoner in Space Quest 2. Help me out of this jam. I see a beautiful mermaid in King's Quest 2, but she won't help me, tell me what to do. Well, I wonder what's going to happen when you need to figure out what to do with the snake, dude. Is there no Black Cauldron thing? No? Nothing in the Black Cauldron? Come on. It's got to be something. Got to be something. I'm about to get blasted by evil Sarians in Space Quest. Anybody have a handy ray gun out there? And here we go. Hey, I need help here. The wicked horned king has had me thrown into his dungeon. If I don't get out of here, then evil will rule the world in the Black Cauldron. So these are, you know, the typical Sierra plugs, right? And now... This is infamous, this puzzle. So you have to climb up the whale's tongue. And just kind of hopefully not screw up. And save a lot. And there's an actual path through this, which I'm doing pretty well with. You have to know that you climb up from the right side. But there's a pretty narrow path to get to the top of this tongue without falling and having to start over. And it's the typical Sierra thing where you have to just save every couple steps. Actually, it's not that. It's not like the tongue, right? Tickle whale with feather. Right? Okay. Oi. And you have to get just to the right spot. And there we go. You frantically tickle the throat of the whale with the big peacock feather. You begin to feel a quiver under your feet, which quickly turns into a mighty tremble. Suddenly you hear a thunderous achoo, and you are swept out of the whale's mouth in a tremendous wave of ocean water. Again, you find yourself swimming in the ocean. Hopefully no sharks murder me. Okay, cool. Okay, what do we have here now? You have found yourself stranded upon a desert island. Also, it seems to have others before you. Now, what are you going to do, Rosella? All right. Anybody who doesn't already know the answer, do you have any clever guesses as to what I do on this island? As to any and all necessary steps for me to take on this island, a place I will only ever be able to visit once in the game? You look at the ground, see nothing but sand. Oh, well, hopefully that guy comes back. Oh, good. Kiss Pelican, unfortunately. Oh my god, you can try. Okay. Oh. Well, that doesn't work. So, this is an especially cruel part of the game. Because you can only visit this place once. Pelican visits you on this desert island. You'll notice I have a dead fish. You're supposed to throw the fish to the pelican. You throw the stinky dead fish to the pelican. Greedily, he catches it in his large bill. As he does so, you notice something shiny fall from his bill onto the ground. You see a shiny whistle lying on the ground. Well, how did I... Obviously, you have to throw the fish to the pelican so that he drops the whistle. Give me a break. And what happens if we climb the tree? I don't even know, actually. It was difficult to climb trees while wearing that dress. Okay. So, let's see. Looking at the ground, you see you look at the ground and see nothing but sand. Well, now what? What do I do? How do I get off this island? Well, let's see. I look at my inventory. I have a flute. Play flute. Okay, you stop playing. Please stop playing the flute now. So that doesn't work. So you just start going down the list, being like the ball, the peacock feather, the small crown, Cupid's bow, fishing pole. Do I fish? No. Do I use the board? There's nothing to do with the board. Fruit, a whistle. So you go, oh, use whistle. Okay, well, how else would I use the whistle? Jesus Christ. You put the shiny silver whistle to your lips and forcefully blow into it, producing a loud tweet. To your astonishment, a friendly dolphin appears just offshore and jabbers excitedly at you. Okay. So a normal person would go, okay, I did this stupid thing with the pelican. I got the whistle, which I obviously needed to leave this place. And, okay, I've solved the puzzle, so the dolphin's going to take me away, and it's all good. I escaped this. But then, of course, you have to probably think, well, what did I get out of all this business of getting swallowed by the whale and getting to this island and all that, you know. You get nothing. I currently, from the point where I got swallowed by the whale to now, I've gained nothing except for that whistle, which is used to get off this island. Now, I've looked at the ground. You see nothing. You look at the ground and see nothing but sand. But guess what? You look at the ground inside the wrecked boat. What is this? Why, it's a golden bridle. You pick it up and carry it with you. Yes, another bridle. Which has a more obvious use in this game, fortunately. But the fact that it is in that little boat, the piece of wreckage, there's nothing visible that shows you that this is here. And this is you have one chance on this island. You cannot come back to this place. And you have to get that bridle. So now we ride the dolphin back to land. Hopefully a shark doesn't eat him. Thank you for the subscription, Wizard Rick. And now there we are. That was all to get a bridle. One of the most infamous, hated items in all of King's Quest in a different game. Here, it's just, here it's fine. But now I need that stupid, the dumb horse to show up. Did it run away and, it's on a different screen or something now? Let's pretend that, none of that happened. You want to keep his golden arrows for the beautiful unicorn. You let go of the bowstring, zing, bullseye. The magnificent unicorn is no longer afraid of you. It's now your friend. No, we are not friends. We are not. No, we're not friends. No. Oh, well. Oh, you gently stroke the velvety soft nose of the unicorn. It seems as if you made a friend, Rosella. You're not a murderous girl, Rosella. I am a murderous girl right now. I want you to die. Here, take your stupid bridle. As the beautiful unicorn offers no resistance, lie, you resentfully place the golden bit into its mouth and fit the bridle and reins over its majestic head. The unicorn looks at you with curiosity. Okay, great. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so specific. You nimbly mount the magnificent unicorn, grab the golden reins, and set off toward Lolate's castle. Oh my god, kill me. Well, you see, this game is so annoying and random and frustrating that it got me here in 2019. See? Had to look up a dumb solution to a stupid King's Quest IV puzzle. I mean, I didn't even... It was more just random wandering than looking up a solution. Liquid, you're right. Quest for Glory is way better. So, the latte says, I hear you were a good girl and brought me the unicorn. I'm almost convinced she might be innocent after all, but she clears her throat. Not quite. The drink for tonight is Coca-Cola, so get you, Dan. Uh-oh, this doesn't sound good, you think. The latte continues, I am desirous of the hen that lays the golden eggs. The golden eggs. Currently, the hen is kept by the ogre and his wife. Bring me the hen, and you shall have your freedom and a great reward. I think she's lying to me. Take her away, the latte orders her goons. Quest for Glory taught you how to play Mancala. Yeah, it did. Yep. Well, I'm glad that I wasted all that time just faffing about with the goddamned unicorn. Yes, I remember Quest for Glory 3. That was one of the ways. That was one of the better ways to work up your intelligence stat, if I recall. Like, there's the ogre again. Okay. Now, watch this. Here, okay. Watch out, a very unfriendly bulldog rushes towards you. Oh no, this is definitely not your basic cute pooch. This dog means business. And he mauls you and tears you apart and eats you, apparently. And, burp. Yeah, he eats you. You weren't fast enough, Rosella. You were nothing but a bite-sized morsel for that big dog. Yeah, so... Alright. Pet dog? No. Not this dog. Oh, any dog's a good dog, though. It's just got a bad owner. He wouldn't like it, neither would you. I don't know. That dog sounds like he just needs a little bit of love. But I do have a bone in my inventory, so I want to throw the bone. Quickly, you toss the bone to the big dog, who catches it in midair. Happy with his surprise gift, he takes it to his favorite rug, lies down, and begins to gnaw at it. He seems to have completely forgotten you. Okay. Pet dog? Not this... What? Oh. This game has a very poor understanding of dogs. Okay. Now we will go upstairs. Yeah. Hacking cute floofers, man. And, let's see, you've entered the overhead upstairs bedroom where a huge bed dominates the place. On the left wall, you notice a closed door. Against the right wall leans the ogre's axe. My axe. Alright. Now we want to... Oops. We want to go down the stairs. Here. Go in there. Now we're in the closet. Alright. Great. You found yourself inside the ogre's small closet. For a closet, it's surprisingly empty. You notice a large keyhole under the doorknob of the closet door. And in the keyhole, you can watch the outside. Yeah, Bowsette did drop pretty hard. That fad. That's what happens to dumb memes. So Rosella waits here, stuck in the closet, until Mr. Ogre comes home. And you're supposed to just know, you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. It's all about Boozette. Is that like a boo with a bow in its hair, and it's on its head, I should say? Seems like that would be the Nintendo way. Kiss door. Why would you want to kiss a thing like that? You can just try to kiss anything, can't you? Just go around kissing everything. So you wait. And the ogre. You hear the ogre in the house. So now... Oh, no, that's not what I didn't want to do that. So now you look in the keyhole. The ogre roars, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of a..." "Quiet, you old goat," interrupts the ogress. "That's just a deer you smell. You know how you get when you're hungry. Here, eat." More like hangry. Lick doorknob. "Wife," shouts the ogre, "bring me my hen." That is just a weird sentence. "It's Astro Chicken." "Lay," orders the ogre. With excitement, you watch the hen lay a golden egg, which the ogre takes. He yawns and falls asleep on the table. Soon his snoring rattles the walls. Alright. He's like narcoleptic and has anger management issues. Alright. Now we save the game. And then, you can't lick anything, yeah. Open the door. You see the ogre sleeping at the table, you better be real quiet. Oh, I got the hen. And now I want to open the door. Squawk, squawk. Uh-oh, the hen has woken the ogre. Ah, flee. Okay. Now I got the ogre. And now I can go back to the... Dan. I wonder if that would work. It's a hen. It's not a rooster. Okay. So I don't know. That would be incorrect if that works. Oh, whoops. Looks like I died. That's what happens when you walk off the cliff, by the way. Alright. Once more, back to the castle. Alright. What a good girl you are, Lotte gushes. I really ought to give you your reward right now, but what are the odds that she's going to do that? She pauses and you wonder what she's up to. And then she's like, "Oh, everything comes in threes." Lotte goes on to say, "But I have just the tiniest bit of doubt left. If you do just one more thing for me, I'll be completely convinced of your innocence and you'll receive a wonderful reward." Somehow, you don't quite believe her. "I want to have Pandora's box. It is said that whoever owns it would be in possession of the purest evil." Lotte's red eyes glow as she exclaims, "With the power and evil of Pandora's box, I would be unstoppable." Why doesn't she send her, like, flying goons out to do this? Your terror returns as you realize what an evil being Lolate really is. You wonder if you should be helping her in this way, but what can you do about it? Nothing right now. I don't know the whereabouts of Pandora's box, Lolate tells you. You must search for it yourself. Again, she orders her henchmen to take her away. So this is just like this evil-ass Veruca Salt. Like, I want a unicorn, and I want a hen that lays golden eggs, and I want Pandora's box. Alright. So now we have to go up here to the evil forest. Doot 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 doot. Walk in slower when there's lots of animation. Look at that. Here's a spooky tomb. Guess what? Pandora's box is through that door, but I have to do a lot of stuff to get there. Okay, and we could be like, oh, what's this? Oh, you have come upon a bizarre group of scary human-like trees. A thick forest of pine trees surrounds the strange group. Steep mountains block your way to the east. Oh, this is fine. I'll just walk this way, and everything will be okay, right? Cool. Oh, wouldn't you know it? You've been caught. Ha ha ha. So yeah, these trees are, they're not nice. So, you take the axe out like an idiot, like that. The trees tremble at your might and are frightened by your axe. They will not bother you further. Freaking Gimli over here. Alright. Oh, and I have a bow, too. I'm Legolas and Gimli. Okay, so this right here, not at all threatening, right? So, this part's annoying. There are these 3 witches, and there's a dismal and dreary cave. Within it reside 3 one-eyed witches. In the center of the cave over a hot fire boils a foul-smelling brew inside a large black cauldron. Ah, the black cauldron. What happens if I get in the cauldron? You can't get that. Okay. So, these guys will try to chase me. Right? And, like, 2 of them will stand there, and then 1 will chase me around the room. And I have to avoid her. And I have to walk up to the other ones. They have 1 eye that they share. And I have to grab their eye. Right? And then that'll make them look defenseless. But the timing and the positioning is so finicky. It's super, super finicky. So I'm going to make another save here. And attempt... Oh, I just managed to snatch the glass eye from the grass of the old witches. Now they're totally blind and helpless. First try. That usually takes me like 6 or 7 tries. Alright. Witches leave. Okay. So now, you know, here, let's talk to him. Give us back our eye. Here, what happens? Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll leave. We'll just leave him hanging for a minute. And now they're like, oh, as you re-enter the dismal cave, the 3 one-eyed witches throw something toward you, which lands on the ground. Here, take it, they cry. It'll ward off the undead. You'll need it. Now, please give us back our eye. Give us back our eye, the old witches plead. You think about it. See a black scarab on the cave floor. We want to get the scarab because otherwise we will die. in the graveyard. Oh, am I burning? Is the fire burning me? Hold on. Will it kill me? Oh no, I guess I can just stand here and get burned. It's difficult to climb while wearing that dress, alright. Oops. Huh. Well, her dad had no problem with killing witches. What movie had the same witches and Medusa in it? Would it have been like Clash of the Titans? I don't know. I mean, I know this is like a mythological thing right here. So you throw the glass eye to the three old hags, who once again take turns peering at you. Come closer, dear. One says, we'd like to give a little gift to you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that I'm gonna leave, because you're gonna cook me in the cauldron otherwise. All right, now we go south, and like a heavy blanket, darkness enfolds you. This is the trigger for night, because I have everything I need to survive, I guess. So let's see. So now, here we are in the graveyard. And there are zombies, but the zombies can't hurt me because I have the scarab. Whoops. I did not want to go down there. I wanted to go here into this this area, into the haunted house. So this is a big long puzzle sequence. So you go in here, and what's that you hear? It's the sound of a crying baby, and it's coming from upstairs. Let's see. And here, oh, you hear a baby crying. Go in here. And crying baby seems to be in here. With trepidation, you peek into the rocking cradle and see nothing. Tentatively, you reach your hand into it. There is nothing there. So, throw cheese at baby. There's no baby there, though. There's nothing. So, one of the things I could have done earlier, I think, in here, is, well, let's see. An interesting portrait of a young girl hangs above the fireplace. You gaze at it intently and notice that her eyes seem to stare at the left wall of the parlor. Whoops. You examine the left wall very closely and notice a little latch. Oh. And you flip the latch in the wall, and behold, you discovered a secret door. And here is a shovel. Now I am a shovel knight. So, what you have to do here, so there's that baby's crying. The baby wants something. And so it's the ghost of someone that's buried in the graveyard. And I, again, did not mean to go down there. And so what you have to do, it's kind of a neat puzzle, is you have to, like, you have to read the headstones, right? And figure out where the person is buried, and you dig it up. You dig up the grave, and you'll find an object that you then give to them. Okay? Or you place the object. There's no baby, but that's obviously like a ghostly crib you see. So you place the object in there, and then the crying stops. And then there'll be another ghost that wants something else. Okay? And there's all these zombies that, you know... But the terrifying zombie senses your obsidian scarab, it immediately retreats and goes back to whence it came. And that'll just keep happening, and it's really friggin' annoying. And it just looks really stupid. Let's see. Dr. I lets them. When people's ills, they come to eye. Eye physics bleeds and sweats them. Sometimes they live, sometimes they die. What's that to eye? I lets them. Let's see. Where is it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Oh, god damn it. I went down there again. Okay. Alright, 1643. Here lies Newberry Will. His life is finished because he took ill, but none will miss him. He should have been wiser. 'Tis his own fault for being such a miser. It's one of these graves here. Whoops. Okay, not that one. Alright, let's see. The ever-living memory of Hiram Bennett, baby son of Edward and Sarah Bennett, who by a sudden surprise fell asleep the 11th day of November, 1553, aged 6 months. So... Now I dig, and you carefully dig a small hole at the poor baby's grave. What is this? You've uncovered a silver baby rattle. You bend down, pick it up, and carry it with you. Now, the cruel thing about this puzzle sequence and this game is that the shovel, there are 5 ghosts that you do this with, and the shovel will break after it's been used 5 times. The game never tells you this. And so you might go on your way just merrily saving the game as you go, and not realize I've screwed up somewhere, and then you can't finish it because your shovel breaks. It's one of those, like, you've crossed the bridge too many times, and now it kills you types of things from King's Quest 2. And this, you know, I agree, this is one of the best puzzle sequences in the game, for sure. I mean, after this, it just evolves into, like, climbing death stairways, and it's really dumb. And we're kind of out of the, like, oh, I have to find a random NPC who like might show up on this screen or not. So yeah, they, you know, in the years since King's Quest 2, they did not learn. Maybe we shouldn't do that. And they made another, like, whoops, the thing broke, and now you're completely screwed. Now we put rattle in crib. You drop the silver rattle into the baby cradle. As you do so, the crying of the baby ghost and the rocking of the cradle cease. You breathe a big sigh of relief. The crying baby oh, well. Okay. But now that's done. Suddenly you hear a terrible rattling of chains from downstairs. The sound of loud moaning. And the rattling of heavy chains disturbs you. The ghost of a stooped old miser trudges through the house, lugging heavy chains behind him. He moans loudly in frustration as he appears to be searching for something he can't find. And we actually ran across his grave while I was looking for the baby. Hell yeah, 206-8857-529. That's the Nintendo hint line. The Sierra hint line was a 900 number, so that really sucked. I think is it this one? Yeah, here lies Newberry Will. His life is finished because he took ill, but none will miss him. He should have been wiser. 'Tis his own fault for being such a miser. And then you dig. And you dig a small hole with the grave of the miser. You found a bag of gold coins. You bend down, pick it up, and carry it with you. And then we go over here to this guy, and we give him his coins. He'll be along here somewhere. Where's he at? Okay. You offer the bag of gold coins to the old miser ghost. He greedily snatches it from your hands and then promptly disappears. The sound of sorrowful weeping floats down from upstairs. And you see the sad ghost of a beautiful young woman. She sits in her rocking chair and weeps as if her heart will break. Alright, so now we go over to this side. I believe it's this one. No. At length, my friends, the feast of life is over. I eat sufficient, and I'll drink no more. My night has come. I've spent a jovial day. It's time to part. But oh, what is to pay? Is this one? No. What is this? Dentist Brown. Stranger approached the spot with gravity. John Brown is filling his last cavity. Betty Cowden, 1650 to 1669. Here lieth the body of Betty Cowden, who would live longer, but she couldn't. Sorrow and grief made her decay when she lost her lover at sea one day. And you carefully dig a small hole at the sad lady's ghost grave. You have found a lovely locket. It's so positive for like all the grave robbing you're doing. You bend it down, pick it up, and carry it with you. You call the Sierra Hint line for Pepper Adventures in Time. That's, I called the Sierra Hint line when I was a kid and got in trouble plenty. But it was usually for stupid things, like how do I find my way through this dumb sewer maze in Police Quest 2? Okay. And there's actually, watch. Watch this. The locket seems to make her very happy. She vanishes into thin air. But look at this. She never appeared, and now I'm frozen. This is actually a fatal glitch in the game. You have to wait for the ghost to appear. Do not give the item to her if she is not there yet. Alright, you hand the lovely locket to the distraught ghost. The locket seems to make her very happy as she vanishes into thin air. Great. What was that? A loud wailing comes from downstairs. The sound of anguish wailing reaches you. It's over here. Where's he at? Where is this guy at? You have encountered the gentleman ghost of the distinguished lord of the manor. He wails despondently, as he seems to be looking for something he desperately wants. I am the Lord of Waterdeep. Alright. Let me go over here. See. No. Lord Coningsby, 1559 to 1626, sleepeth here in peace, an honorable man, a valiant soldier. He served his country well. You dig a small hole at the grave of the Lord of the Manor. Gotcha! You have found an impressive Medal of Honor. You bend it down, pick it up, and carry it with you. Medal of Honor? Looks like that guy answered the call of duty. He was a real advanced warfighter. Or, I don't even know any good Medal of Honor subtitles to make fun of. Okay. Where'd this guy at? Where'd he go? Is that Roberta Williams in that picture? It might be. She's like, I'm here personally to give you a hint. Here, I need to wait till he actually materializes. Alright, you offer the Medal of Honor to the Wailing Ghost. He takes it from your hands with great reverence. Satisfied, he vanishes into thin air. A cute little boy ghost suddenly appears. He grins mischievously at you, begins to giggle, and runs from the room. You little bastard, come here. You hear naughty giggling as the little boy runs from the room. Ugh. And now he's like... What is he doing? The little boy ghost laughs and refuses to budge from his seat on top of the chest. It might help if he had a toy to play with. The little... Okay, you just told me this. Why are you telling me it a second time? Oh, I guess I can't do that. Here, I gotta save here in case I die. There we go. So now, this is the last one. Go here. Oh. Ah. Oops. All right, 1546. Reader, he lies, but forbear to read more without a tear. To read more without a tear? Forbear? It should be tear, right? That seems like it should be tear. Anyway, 1, I cannot speak the rest. You may weep, I'll smite my breast. Grief preventing, and the stone, too small to be written on. Only this, a little boy, Willie in Abram's bosoms laid. Here. Here's what happens if we just dig randomly. Right? You dig a small hole, but don't find anything of interest. Oh, do you get like a 6th use of the shovel? Oh, you've broken your shovel. Oh, so if you try to dig a 6th time, then it will... Whoops. It'll break. But you don't get a game over or any kind of warning or anything, and it's dumb. You dig a small hole at the little boy ghost grave. Aha, you have uncovered a toy horse. You bend down, pick it up, and carry it with you. Okay. Now... Now we go up here. This sounds like the Inspector Gadget theme. Da-da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Okay. Oh. Oh, how can you kill something that's already dead? Good one, Sierra. You give the toy horse to the little boy ghost in hopes that he will vanish like the others before him. For a moment, you fear that he will not, and he takes time to examine it carefully. Suddenly, he grins at you and in a twinkling disappears. Oops. Now we can open this chest. Look in the chest. You peek into the open chest and find an old set of sheet music. You take the sheet music and carry it with you. Great. Here, if I don't save, I'll totally die. All right. And now, let's see, have I been over here before? Have I shown you this room? Yeah, so there's just, you know, there's a kitchen. And here's nothing here. These are just places you don't ever really even have to go. But there's one place, haven't been here. Oops. And that is up these stairs. Now, I learned the hard way when I accidentally saved right as the falling animation started. You always make a save right before you, at a guaranteed safe place, aka at the bottom. Or else that happens. Oh my god. Oh, it wasn't enough to just have that flight of stairs. Oh no. Now, like, the rest of the game basically is stairway hell. Right? Ugh. God damn it, Roberta Williams. Why do you do this to people? Ah! Oh my god, here I am. Okay. Now we sit at the organ and we play the sheet music. Whew. You find it difficult to read the sheet music, but you attempt it anyway. So this is actually, the whole, like, haunted house, graveyard, you know, digging, puzzle-solving sequence, and then getting up here to play the organ with the sheet music you find is actually a pretty cool little sequence of puzzles, except for that annoying stairway. They certainly did want to show off that MT32 here with this long-ass music sequence. But what is this? A small drawer has opened in the organ. What do we have in the drawer? A skeleton key. You take the skeleton key from the drawer. Here, let's see. I'm going to make one save and then save number 2. Okay. And now we have to go back down. Oh my god. Now we've got to go back down the stupid stairs. Oy. I mean, yeah, the stairways, as you've seen in, hopefully in previous Sierra Saturdays, the sort of like tightrope puzzles are just the worst. because they involve doing this. And basically, like, save scumming. Constantly. Oh my god, she can't even take like a 4-foot drop. Oh, I guess, okay, that's okay. Okay. You can hug the wall sometimes, which I was, but there are just so many spots where it's super delicate. Right? So now that I have this key, yeah, you would think she would know how to use stairs without killing herself. It's amazing anybody in this game lives past the age of, like, 6 months. I don't know. And now, you place the skeleton key in the lock of the crypt door. Slowly you turn it, click, it unlocked. And now we have to open the door. Oh my god. Ugh. I accidentally walked out. Okay. So here we are. What an incredible place. This looks like an ancient burial tomb with hieroglyphics written on the walls and an old coffin against the far wall. A pile of rope is at the edge of the upper platform. You see an odd-looking little chest here. It must be Pandora's box. Pandora's box is on the floor of the crypt. Look. So, alright. What happens if I do this? That wouldn't accomplish anything. Climb down. Oh, you can't do that now. So, I think you're supposed to just know that little blob is a rope, right? You see a pile of rope at the end of the platform. Lower rope. Maybe kick rope. Well, oh, you reach down and get the pile of rope. To your happy surprise, you find the rope is actually a rope ladder attached to the end of a platform. Ladder leads to the rope ladder over the edge of the platform where it falls to the floor below. Okay. For some reason, I don't climb down it automatically. Look out for the mummy. The mummy runs from your powerful scarab. Wait a minute. Oh, well. And I don't really understand why that's there, because there's no way you would have gotten this far without the scarab, because you have to have the scarab to survive the graveyard. So, the fact that you even got here means you have the scarab. You know. So you can't, it's not like you can lose it or drop it, right? So, it's very strange that this is, that mummy's there. I mean, I'm sure there's like some depth associated with it if I use the debug mode to teleport into this room without the scarab. Great. We're going to get Pandora's box. Just what everybody should be carrying with them. And, because obviously you want me to do this, we're going to open Pandora's box. Okay, but you'll be sorry. That was very foolish, Rosella. Now look what you've gone and done. You've loosed the terrible demons and killed yourself in the process. So, don't open Pandora's box. That should probably be obvious to anyone. Can I fall and die? Oh, no, I can't. Great. So, now let's see. Oh. I want to go down here. Go down here. Bump, bump, bump. I got Gadget's theme song stuck in your head for 5 minutes. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump, bump. Princess Rosella. So now, what are the odds she's gonna let me go? Lolate smiles an evil smile. You know, she says, I've never asked you your name. What is it? You tell her Rosella. Rosella, what a pretty name. You wonder what this is all about. You find out soon enough. Well, Rosella, Lolate grins ominously. You've earned your reward. My son Edgar has fallen in love with you. I wish him to be happy, and I give you the honor of being his wife and my daughter-in-law. Oh, great. Your heart turns, flips, and somersaults as you hear this. Oh, look at that. You'll be married first thing in the morning, she informs you. You know what? I bet you this woman, I can just tell that she's like an anti-vaxxer. You'll sleep in Edgar's room tonight while my son sleeps elsewhere. I can just tell she's an anti-vaxxer, and she's really upset at the world because her kid he was autistic anyway. That actually sounds like I'm making fun of autistic people. This whole family is creepy, though. You are so shocked by this tragic turn of events that you hardly notice your possessions being taken away. To her goons, Lolate orders to escort Rosella to her room. Yeah, this mother's totally an anti-vaxxer. And she's angry at the world, and now she's like, I've got to get Pandora's box and end it all. She's crazy. Okay. Now you think to yourself, now what? Well, normally this is Edgar's tower bedroom. Actually, for being in such an awful castle, it looks quite comfortable. You're in no mood to care. It's private. Great. She's very nice, even though she's being kidnapped. You don't have time for sleeping. So you're sitting here, just wandering around being like, what, oh, and look at this guy. You hear something at the door. Oh. What's this? Why, a beautiful red rose has been pushed under your door. You pick it up and carry it with you. And what's that attached to the rose? What's this? Why, there's a little gold key attached to this rose. Now we can unlock the door. Open the door. I hope you like Stairway Climber. Because that's the game we're playing. Okay. Oh my god. And the perspective is even like off here. Right, I have to hit down to go up like I just did, right? And so it's just completely they do these perspective tricks to you, right? And they put stuff in your way so that you can't really always see. Right, and now down goes down. Like, it's so dumb. Oh my god. Oh my god, kill me. Kill me. Alright, so this guy, yeah. I believe if I get caught by this guy, the game crashes. Okay. So now I want to go to, is it here? No, wait, hold on. Is it up here? Yeah, okay. Let's see. So, here in the kitchen, there's all my stuff. Gonna close the cabinet because I wasn't born in a barn. Oh. Great. Let's see what happens. Oh, I can't clean the room. I really just love cleaning things, though. So, now, go down here, over here. You want to avoid these guys. And then up another stairway. Oh boy. My favorite. Sierra stairs. Oh God. Hi. Oh no. Oh, it's a good thing that dude just... It doesn't really matter. Oh, God. Oh no! He caught me. Oh, he just throws me back there. Alright, well. That's fine. I saved my game. I guess I kind of can just hug the wall here. Alright, and here... What do you think we do with low latte? What do you think? Oops. What do you mean I'm not close enough to open the door? I'm standing right here. I have to be... Oh, my God. Ugh. It's tempting, but you don't have it in you to kill her. I want you to know that's a lie. Oh, you look in the mirror and see a reflection of a poor but beautiful peasant girl. Oh. Let's see. The evil fairy sleeps soundly in her bed. She wears Jeanette's magic talisman around her neck, and you see it gleaming upon her chest. As she sleeps, she makes very strange clicking sounds. That's what happens if you wake her up. She just melts you. You stupidly wake Latte up. By her, she screams. She quickly sits up, points a gnarled finger at you, and zaps you into oblivion. So yeah, don't do that. We want the talisman, right? But we can't just take it. We have another arrow from Cupid's bow. You aim the golden arrow toward Latte. You let go of the bowstring. Zing, a direct hit. Latte sits straight up in bed, a look of agony upon her face. What did you do to me? She shrieks. I'm melting. Melting! No, wait, that's another story. Ahem, let's try again. It hurts, it hurts. Stop the pain. Stop it. You cringe as you watch the evil fairy die a painful death. What happened, you wonder? How could Cupid's arrow have done that? You thought that those arrows were harmless and contained only love. Wait, that must be it. Love. The latte was so evil that when all that pure love entered her body, it acted as a poison to her system. Again, with the poison, it's poison is poison's ingested, man. Venom's injected. Wouldn't this count as an injection? Anyway, it acts as a venom to her system. In spite of yourself, you feel a sense of sweet revenge. As she breathes her last, the latte manages to gasp. I don't know how, but I'll get you for this. Spoiler, she never does. A bright new day is dawning. Edgar bows to you, acknowledging his evil mother's death. He begins to say, "You may now walk freely about the castle." And suddenly begins to blush. Oh, the infamous line in King's Quest V, yeah. King's Quest games have a real problem with poison. Uh-oh. Okay, got the talisman, great. And just so we're clear, there's been murdering in all 4 King's Quest games. The entire family of Daventry, so far, that you have played in the King's Quest games, they're all murderers. They are all horrible, horrible killers. Oh, I may walk freely about the castle. Why, thank you. Apparently that means I can just freely fall to my death. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Now... Oh. You don't see one of the latte's henchmen here. You're real stupid. Let's see. Is it in here? Oh, there's Astro Chicken. Look at this. What is this? This seems to be some sort of storage room. And guess what's stored here? Yes, Pandora's box and the magic hen. So she has just like this storage room for like all of her like spare skulls and like candelabras and whatever books are on the shelf, right? There's nothing useful on the shelves. And she stores like her gold-laying hen and Pandora's box here next to like some barrels. Cool. Come here, you stupid hen. Oh, there's nothing of interest in the chest. Alright. Oh my god. You're so finicky, game. Great. So... so now, yeah, the skull storage room. We put our magical chickens and Pandora's box. We've got that, and now we can get the hell out of here. But first, it's the death stairway. Ugh. Freaking Sierra stairs. Alright, there we go. Yeah, you're goddamn right I'm a princess. I want to sit down on the throne and be like, now you all work for me now. So we go out of here. Oh look, there's like a stable there. Ah. Oh my god, what? You stupid girl. Ugh. Rosella, you're standing in the way. Oh, there we go. As soon as you open the gate, the splendid wild unicorn impatiently leaves its hated prison. It quickly trots out the open stable door to freedom. Great. We freed the horse, we got Pandora's box, and we got the stupid hen. Okay. Now, let's see. Now we can go... Oh, we can manually go down the death cliff. Okay, great. Great, exactly. There's the victory lap I wanted after I killed the queen. After I killed the evil, the villain. Oh my god. I probably should be, lowering the game speed. That would probably make this a lot easier. Oh look, no. It's much easier. Oh, why can't the henchmen, now that they're so grateful to me, why can't they carry me down the cliff like they did when I was an indentured servant of the Wicked Witch? Okay, so now... Now I have to go put everything back where I found it. Or, well, I guess I have to go put, I should say Pandora's box back when I found it. Let's see. Go up here. All right, going here. Go down here. Oh, there's a mummy again. All right, mummy runs from my scarab. Put Pandora's box back where we found it. Climb up here. And leave the crypt. Lock the door. You place the skeleton key in the lock of the crypt door. Click it locked. You kick the key through a crack under the door. Now no one will ever accidentally release the evils of Pandora's box into the world. I mean, what keeps somebody from just breaking it down? So now we go down here and we take Janessa's stupid talisman back to her. All I wanted... Whoops. All I wanted was the fruit, man. That's it. That's all I wanted. But I had to go do all these chores for the witch. You stupid horse. Oh my god, there's another place it could have appeared. I hate you, horse. Why are you doing this to me? So yeah, as you can see from this game, it's... Maybe you will disagree, but I don't think it's aged that well. I actually prefer King's Quest III to this game. I think King's Quest III is probably number 2 behind King's Quest VI. And you want to see the sad ending, huh? Alright, well, maybe. Maybe we will do sad ending. Alright. Here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, you know what? I should have gone south first, I think. Because I think that will put me... yeah, in front here. She just has tiny fairies guard the palace door. Go inside. Go upstairs. Oh, look! Somebody with the sense to build rails on their stairs. My God, what a concept. And look, she automatically just goes up them. Alright. Here, we'll save the game. Okay, I'll show you the bad ending first. You take a bite of the delicious-looking fruit. Mmm, delicious. Before you know it, you've eaten the whole thing. Wow, a feeling of vigor and vitality courses through your body, giving you boundless energy and that wonderful glow of good health. Alright. Oh my God. Look at Janessa, the lovely fairy, is visibly fading fast within hours if she doesn't get her magic talisman back. She'll be dead. Alright, you give the magic talisman to the dying fairy. Almost instantly, the color returns to her cheeks, and her green eyes begin to sparkle. She sits up in bed, stretches, and smiles at you. And yeah, maybe Lolate did have her monkeys carry her around. You've saved my life, Rosella, the beautiful fairy says gratefully, and you have saved Tamir from the persecution of Lolate. We are deeply indebted to you. I want to go outside. I need to feel the warm sun on my face. Exuberantly, she waves her magic... whatever that said, I missed it. Suddenly you find yourself outside. Oh, do I have no control here? My little hen, Janessa suddenly exclaims. Wherever did you find her? You explain that the ogre had possession of her. Poor thing, she says. Well, at least she's back home now, little win hen. Now for you, Rosella, Janessa says. You performed so heroically for all of us here in Tamir. But you forgot one thing. You forgot the magic fruit for your father. Sadly, you realize this terrible error. The fairy continues, well, it's too late now. I must immediately return you to Daventry, so you may at least bid him goodbye. I should ask for money for delivering her fresh chicken. You look like yourself again, assesses the fairy. You'd best be off. We won't forget you here. Good luck. Yeah, I just gave her some fresh chicken. That's some fresh KFC I just delivered. Priscilla wipes the fruit juice from her lips and says, thanks, Janessa. I'm back, everybody. My trip was completely worthless. You made it just in time, and I don't even know what that said, but it sounds like Graham dies. Obviously, it would have been better if things had ended happily. If only you could have another chance. Sorry, it skipped. It's on, like, kind of autopilot here. And then you just get a game over on the last screen of the game. That's sad. Okay. So... what happens if I give her the fruit? Oh. Jeez. Alright, so again... same ending so far. It'll get different, though. She's happy. She's got her magic necklace. I don't know why she can't live without it. That's weird. That seems like a handicap. That doesn't seem like magic power. So okay. She waves her magic wand, and here you are outside, and yay. You find yourself outside, and little win hen, Janessa, gets KFC, her little golden KFC bucket back. her famous bowl. And now here we are, and now for you, Rosella, Janessa says, it's my turn to help you out. I will return you to Daventry, and with the magic fruit, you will be able to save your father's life. We better hurry, though, as he doesn't have much time left. Yes, you are anxious to get home again. But first, Janessa proclaims, let's replace those peasant clothes with your royal gown. With a twinkle in her eye, Janessa announces there is someone else deserving of a reward for his kindness and heroism. You have a beautiful soul, Edgar, the fairy says to the ugly little man. You should look like what you are. The handsome hunk is Edgar? King of Figaro? Rosella, he says, I love you. Will you marry me? You think about it, but you don't really. You think about it some more, but you don't really. Then, I'm sorry, Edgar. You're very sweet, but I must immediately return home. Perhaps we'll meet again, you say? Well, Rosella, Janessa announces, it's time for you to go. Your father desperately needs you. Goodbye. We'll never forget you. So, like, Edgar's just left standing there on the beach. I like to imagine that he was like, what about you, Janessa? Will you marry me? How about one of you little tiny fairies? You give the healing fruit to your dying father, and strongly urge him to take a bite, which he weakly does. I do love a good Werther's original. How are you feeling, father? You excitedly ask him. I feel like I could push a witch into a cauldron. Never felt better in my life, is his reply. What is in this fruit anyway, he wonders. It is magic, father, you tell your excited family of your adventure in Tamir. I don't think you're through with this hat yet, you say. Your brother Alexander and your mother Queen Valenice readily agree. You've got too much life ahead of you. And they still haven't, like, sort of addressed Alexander being there. He just got here, I will remind you. So all's well that ends well. Until next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, and there's my secret code. Screenshot that right there. I should enter that contest. Cool. So everybody, it's the happy family. It's all good now. Look at this. Look at how big Alexander's head is compared to Rosella's. And everybody else's. He has this weird... He just looks weird. I think I would look at him and be like, I don't know if you're related to us. I think, did you do this? And yeah, those candles, those are like, they're just gonna, that's like a fire hazard right there. What happens if they fall in the bed and he's just like, he's dead? It just burns him alive? What? This is a dangerous room. And also, I mean, is this his bedroom? I mean, do they have separate beds? What, I don't really follow this situation here. And what's up with his comforter? Does Graham has like a tic-tac-toe comforter. Look at that. He sleeps in a separate bed from his wife with a tic-tac-toe comforter with a bunch of candles just sitting right over his head. And this dude shows up to be like, I'm your long-lost son. Sorry you just had a heart attack, coincidentally. Like, you know, it's the royal sickbed. It's where he recovered from his jaundice. Yeah, the PlayStation bed sheets. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is this like the... Are these like... I mean, we did establish that that Shakespeare exists in this world, right? In the King's Quest world. We've established this in this game. So is this like some weird age where all sickness leads to death? Where it's like, you know, you get scarlet fever and all of a sudden you have to like burn everything you've come into contact with. But today scarlet fever is just like strep throat with a rash. I don't know. What does medical science look like in Daventry? I don't know. They're like, eat a magic fruit and all is well. Well, that, my friends, is King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella. Oh, I did tell you, I had some Easter eggs I was going to show you, right? From the AGI version. There are a few Easter eggs that only exist in the AGI version of the game. And here, I'm going to show you real quick these Easter eggs. And we enter debug mode. First one is this. If you enter the word pirate, your privileges to the game have been suspended because you are a pirate. Yo ho ho, right? But we'll just use that. Get out to the title screen. And let me see. What was it? There's one of these I can't show you because the game will crash. But I want to go to this room. And here, let's turn the speed up just slightly. And then you type wrap KQ. We are the KQ4. Now we're out the door. And this is a silly little thing that they programmed in. The Bert wanted more. Bert being Roberta Williams. We said what for? The game's already a sight to see. We shipped the most discs in history. Here, let's turn it up to fastest and see if that makes a difference. Whoa. More changes keep coming from the Bert every day. We just had to say, no way. I don't have to imagine it on normal speeds, Dan. I played it on normal speeds. She went to Rick with changes to make. He said to her, give us a break. She continues on and gave him lip. Rick finally said, but Bert, it's shipped. So we are the KQ4. Pick up our book at your local store. Because now we're gone, there ain't no more. So yeah, they did that silly little thing there. And then the other one, I can't actually. The game crashes when you do it this way, and I just don't have a saved game here. But there's a Easter egg where you type "beam me," and that it crashes. There's some flag that's not set, so it won't do it. But it'll beam you up to like a special developers room, like a Star Trek looking like bridge. and all the members of the programming team are there, and you can talk to them. So it's just like a funny thing. So yeah, that's King's Quest IV. Yeah, and as far as playing on normal speeds, man, wait till we get to King's Quest V. I remember playing that game. Excuse me. I remember playing that game. Ooh, and at the time, and it took like 5 minutes to load each screen, because that was their first like VGA 256 color game, right? And I was playing it on a 286 at the time, and it was slow to load. And that was the most miserable game to do that with. But that is a story for another day. Hopefully I didn't drive too many of you away just faffing about during that, trying to figure out that unicorn. I didn't realize it spawned in different screens. But maybe I'll cut that out of the... I'll have to look and see how much time it took out. Maybe I'll cut that out of the YouTube version. Oh. Yeah, Crunch. Crunch was even real... real even back then, even in the 80s. That they felt compelled to put a rap in the game about it. So, that's King's Quest IV. That brings us firmly into the era of the SCI, Sierra Creative Interpreter. And there will be... I still have Manhunter 2, San Francisco, left to do. That is the final AGI game that was released the following year in 1989. But by that point, we had Leisure Suit Larry 2, Police Quest 2, and Space Quest 4. Or, I'm sorry, Space Quest 3. And those are going to be the next ones. Next week is going to be Leisure Suit Larry 2, which was my first adventure game at the age of 9. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed King's Quest IV. And I hope you'll join me next Saturday. If you like what I do, of course, you can tip me down below. There's links to my... to my Stream Elements tip jar on my Patreon page. You can share me on Twitch. You can subscribe to me on Twitch or on YouTube, wherever you're looking at this. And that's it. Oh, you just got here. I'm sorry. You can watch the VOD. It'll be just right here on Twitch. You can watch it at your convenience. And it'll be on YouTube at youtube.com/geekboxing next Saturday, where you can see a whole playlist of this stuff in one convenient place. But, yeah, until then, that's all, and I will be back next Saturday with Leisure Suit Larry 2, Looking for Love in Several Wrong Places. Thank you, and have a good weekend/week.